Hello everybody, welcome back to Jacob's Corner, and I hope you all are having a wonderful week. I wanted to share with you today a project I started many months ago when my mom was on holiday. She asked me if I could look after her Patreon for her and just make sure there's still some activity, and we both thought it would be fun if I created a little journal myself on her Patreon while she was away. So I did. I started making this little blue butterfly journal. It's what I called it. And I showed how to make the cover, how to sew the signatures in, and the kind of sewing I used. And I showed all of that. But then my mom came back from holiday and she started making her videos again. Obviously, I did not really continue with this, and there was other projects that I was helping with and helping my mom pack packages, and basically I just sort of in the midst of everything forgot to show basically the ending, the finishing and rest of the making of the journal, which as you guys can see I did finish it completely, but unfortunately I did not show it. And my thinking was, well, why don't I just, guys, show you a little bit about the journal, show you what I did inside it, the things I added, and also as a sort of a, you could say, a little giveaway, you could say, because I'm close to 200 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible, and I can't thank you all enough. It's been absolutely amazing to see such incredible support. I thought this little blue butterfly journal could be a perfect way of me saying thank you for all that incredible support. And so I'm going to be giving this little journal away to someone I will pick randomly, and I hope they will enjoy it, and I hope it shows at least a little bit of my sort of thank you for the incredible support you guys been showing me. So let me guys show you what I did, and let's not waste time. So it's a simpler journal. I'm not gonna extract, what's the word? I'm not gonna extravagant. I don't know. I can't remember the word. I'm not gonna put it over the top. It's nothing incredible. Here we go. That's the way of saying it for me. Basically, it's a simple journal. Put it this way. It's nothing too crazy. It's nothing too wild and out there. It's not as incredible as some of my mom's journals are, but it's a lovely little journal. So the cover itself is wrapped in this beautiful, I wish you guys could feel it. It's got a very interesting texture to it. It's basically being covered in a tissue paper. So I've wrapped the cover in a tissue paper and then let it dry. And that was obviously the beginning of my cover. And then on the inside I added this sort of style of paper that I've shown before in my previous video. I still have it there. Basically out of like old books. I said it reminded me a lot of old books used to have this sort of style of paper inside at the beginning and at the end. So I wanted to add that to it. But then throughout the rest of the journal, I've added things I've learned of my mom. Pockets, I do add a lot of pockets, as my mom does. A lot of flip out pages I have been learning. But yes, I've been adding a little blur of butterflies, and I've also added this collection of blue papers I found amongst my mom papers. I really did enjoy, and it worked really well together. They sort of combined and they didn't clash too much, so it was fun adding them in here and there. But as you guys can see, some of the pages do have stamping in there as well. I do enjoy stamping. I feel like if you do take your time and sort of pick pages, they and almost like in themselves enhance each page, even if it's like a little stamp here and there. I did do a little bit there. As you guys can see, it's nothing too big, but it still adds a little bit of that, that uniqueness into each page. As you guys can see, I did add this little thing I found, and I have been doing a bit of sewing as well into pages and other bits here and there, so I have been learning in that way as well. So you guys can see that you will be seeing a little bit of sewing. I did add a bit of sewing here. I really do like using washi tapes. I think they're just, you know, so amazing. You can use them for so many things. So you'll see a variety of things added throughout the journal. As you guys can see, I did add this lovely butterfly sort of, I think it's supposed to be a postcard. Yeah, I added this beautiful postcard which basically flips out. You will be seeing a lot of these as well. Now, if you are wondering what these are and not sure, these are the ends of the American paper. They are basically at the sides. You can rip them off and use them for whatever. I do really enjoy using them in this sort of way, where if I'm gluing maybe something together like this and I don't want to just put some sort of washi tape, I want to add a bit more maybe texture, a bit more sort of style. I do like using them, and it just makes it very interesting when you sort of flip out. You see these sort of holes covering the inside. I do have some pages that are just maybe like a stamp, like this right here. I really do enjoy this one because the stamps came out great and they do not overpower the pages too much. It's very light and simple, yet still, you know, it's very nice. It just adds that little bit of touch to each page. As you guys can see, some of these things are fully cut out. Like this thing right here, I found it amongst my mom's design papers, and I thought it would be really fun to cut the actual thing out and use it as a little pocket like this. Yeah, my mom also made some of these. These are like pockets made out of old I think envelopes, and she then adds the window and obviously tea dyes it and adds a really amazing. My mom's stitching is way better than mine. As you guys can see, it just adds stitching to the corners and the open window. So it's just been fun adding things like that into it as well. I have been also adding, let me just see if I can find it, which I really do enjoy. Like this, for example, like double pockets, which I've just started doing, and they're just so much fun. So I have basically did sewing around the edge of the first pocket like this, and then the second pocket sits right behind it. So that's been fun, sort of experimenting with that sort of style. For me, a lot of these things are new. Obviously, this being one of my first journals, so it's been really fun using all these techniques and styles I've learned of my mom and finally putting them together. That's been really fun. I know for a lot of people have been asking my mom about this brown tape. It's very hard to find, and I do have one wheel myself. My mom has one wheel, and I can admit that my mom has been stealing a bit of my tape. Yes, I've said it, and I have the evidence. It's a joke. We share tape, but she likes to borrow mine. Anyways, also this right here, I thought this was a very nice sort of thing. I found one of these little like corners, and I thought it'd be fun if I just add that and then did like a little pocket on the side, so you can slide something in there and it holds it without you actually having to glue it down or anything like that. So that's, you know, that's a nice little thing to do. I wanted to show, this right here, this I really did enjoy. So I found a really beautiful page that I wanted to add to the journal, and my mom said, well, sometimes you can fold pages in and still use it as a pocket, but you can still fold the whole page in if you like the whole design of it. So I did do that. As you guys can see, this is just really beautiful page with the butterfly and the flower, and I didn't want to ruin it, so I just did this stitching all the way around and then sort of glued that part down where even if you fold it, it's still a pocket and you can still slide something in behind. I did add this right here. This I really enjoy adding. Is basically both sides open into a even bigger sort of writing space, so you guys can, you know, you can add photos, you can, you know, add, you know, little notes here and there. So that was real fun and sort of interesting to do, where both sides sort of flip in and out, pockets here and there, and flip out pages upwards. It's been a lot of fun adding. I've also added a page this way, so it sort of opens up this way. That's been fun. And you can still use it as, you know, to write something down. It's still perfectly fine to do so. But if you do want to open it and maybe put something in here and then close it up, you can do that. That's perfectly fine as well. So that's been awesome to do. More pockets, as I say. I've learned from someone who uses a lot of pockets. So I've sort of fallen to the trap of using many pockets. But it's just been, you know, it's been really interesting putting everything together that you've learned. Like this right here, this is a really fun thing. This is an actual pocket you can still use to write something on, but obviously when you open it, it comes out as this beautiful middle piece, which is, you know, still a pocket in behind. That's been really fun. And just more things overall. Just make sure that doesn't get creased. There you go. So I've had a lot of fun. Unfortunately, as I said, I do not remember when exactly I finished the journal, but I just, when I found it, I realized I didn't really show everything, so I thought it would be real fun to show you guys. And there's just so much on each page. I've tried to make sure that it's still interesting yet still usable, because I know, you know, sometimes when I've done little things here and there, I would get away. I would just like sort of run wild with just adding things onto each page, and then my mom would sort of be like, oh wait, oh, okay, you slow down a little bit, you know. You know, you need to make sure that you can still write into this thing. You don't want to overpower it with too many things, you know. Then you need to find this balance. So it's nice to show you guys the things I've learned. More openings, obviously there's got to be openings, there's got to be pockets. I cannot remember which stamp this is, but it's such a lovely stamp. It's such an interesting stamp. It's like a watch, old pocket watch. And then this stamp right here, this is a different stamp as well, but it's just been so nice to combine them two together. And then more, obviously, really nice. I wanted to make sure that the butterfly theme does sort of fly, it sort of flows in between the pages, so you can still tell it is a butterfly journal. So it's been really good that I've managed to actually find a collection of butterflies like this. I am not sure whose collection this is, if it's my mom's or somebody else's, sorry. If anybody would be able to tell me, that'd be really amazing. I'm sorry that I do not know right now, but yes, if somebody could let me know, then that would be perfect, because it's such a beautiful collection, and they're just, the images are just so perfect. And yeah, it's just been, it was, you know, I remember making it and sort of using the things I've learned, and it was really nice to finally be putting things together and showing my style, my progress in journal making. So I hope you guys did enjoy looking through this journal. It's been really nice to show you guys what I've managed to learn and show you guys basically what I did. It's been really amazing, and I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope whoever will receive this journal will like it. So I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you had a beautiful day. I want to wish you all a rest of a beautiful week, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye for now.